Welcome to the Whiskey Vault.
I'm Daniel.
I'm Rex. That is not a finished aged whiskey.
Yeah, but here's what I like. Whiskey distilled from a bourbon mash recipe, which means used oak. Charcoal filtered, aged 1 day. In print right on the bottle.
Yeah.
I love it.
Did they do it? They did it. They did it.
They did a 1 day aged whiskey.
Because
I thought you'd appreciate this.
All right, so here's the thing.
You know where else there? You know what else about it?
What?
It's from Oklahoma.
So here's the thing. The legal requirement for something to be called whiskey is it has to be aged in an oak barrel.
Yes.
Here in the States, in Ireland, doesn't have to be. Anyways, but it doesn't say in the law how long
No, it
has
doesn't.
to be aged in there. So it could be a day in this
It could
case.
be minutes.
It could be, yes. You could just, as quickly as you could put it in,
And
let
take it back
settle,
out again.
and bring it back out, and it's aged.
Yeah.
And it's technically whiskey.
Yeah.
That's funny. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so this is a gift from Jon Moss.
Jon Moss, you magnificent bastard.
So this is from, whoa! That just grazed arm hair. Like it didn't even hit my arm.
I was aiming for the bottle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It didn't even touch the bottle.
I know.
This is from Muscogee.
Muscogee, Oklahoma.
You know who else was an Okie from Muscogee? Merle Haggard.
Oh, yeah.
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 Well, I mean, that's what he's saying anyway.
Hey, smells like New Make.
Woo-wee!
Like candy corn.
Yeah. So this is, I kind of dig this one. This is a dude,
Like a buttery candy corn.
Steve Allen, who's making pot still
Yeah.
whiskey.
Right
And copper pot still,
Yeah.
and he's hoping to eventually grow the corn he uses to make the whiskey.
Sure.
But right now,
That's
Cane
it.
Creek Distillery in Boynton, Oklahoma.
You know what I'm not getting? There's often like this funky New Make character. To me, this is like a sugary, sweet caramel corn, some butter mixed in there. Definitely some sprinkled sugar, some sugar sprinkled in there.
Yeah, but there's something else, and it's
It's like a really ripe fruit.
Yeah. I'm almost getting a soy note in this.
See, I'm attributing that to the really ripe, fruity character.
I think so too, but
Yeah.
it's so ripe that it's become like savory instead of sugar.
Yeah, I can see what you
At
mean.
a certain point.
I can see what you mean. You know what?
But still, the body of it is overripe fruit.
We in the previous episode we're talking about, or maybe it was the previous episode, we're talking about the sherry cask whiskeys. Mm-hmm. This feels like it wants to go in the direction of dark fruits.
Yeah, those sherries have that musty funk to them because the sherry, and the sherry cask includes that. This could totally.
This is like just look. Here's the thing. It's New Make, right? It says be able to say whiskey they dumped in the barrel. It's fine. That's funny. I get it. But we're talking about New Make here.
Yep.
And as far as New Make goes, this is really pleasant on the nose so far. I'm liking what's happening.
I'm not getting a ton of like really funky, musty faults.
Yeah.
I'm not getting that like slight heads note.
I like that. And the copper pot still, it's not surprising because I am getting a lot of rich vibrance. I expect this to be an oily whiskey on the taste for sure.
42.5.
Okay. Smells, honestly, it smells a little bit higher than that in terms of not hotness, but in terms of richness and character of those flavors.
Oh, I like that.
Wow. I got some cinnamon and some
Yeah.
raisins.
It's
Cinnamon
got some
and raisins.
spice in it. Man, he's doing a great job distilling this.
Yeah, that's a really well
It's got
done.
character, but it's not like a struggle.
You know what?
It's not boring. It's not overly sweet.
That's something that's nice. Here, most New Make
Cocktails would be amazing with this.
it would. Most New Makes you get your hands on, and it's like, okay, I can't wait to see what this turns into.
Mm-hmm.
This right now, it's really nice.
Yeah.
It's not, what you would expect from whiskey, but if you're into other spirits like gins and whatnot, something with a lot of flavor and character, this is different character than a gin for sure, but in its own right, if you just like neat pours of spirits, this could be really interesting.
I want to show you.
Yeah.
By the way, guys.
You get what I mean by raisins with cinnamon.
Yes.
Yeah.
I want to show you. By the way, just to make people stop making comments.
Wait, no, comment. It helps the algorithm. Comment more. Ignore this, man.
No, not to help these specific comments. Say something else.
All right.
Look. I have a highly prized, extremely valuable bottle of hand sanitizer.
Right.
I'm using in between every single video, and every time that I hand Rex a glass, So don't freak out.
They're looking out for me, my safety. I'm cherished, Daniel. Beloved, even. Cherished, Daniel.
They're worried about you.
Yes.
Not worried about me. You know why? Because they know I can take care of myself.
No, you're a lost cause.
They know I'm definitely a Mad Max character waiting to happen.
Cause. Like, you're running on borrowed time. Let's be honest. You're so old.
Wait, give me 3 months, I'm going to be shouting "Witness me" from the roof of the tower.
God, I hope they come out with a sequel, man.
Yeah.
That was one of my favorite movies. Very simple premise.
So I just poured you...
So good. Are you really stepping on the Mad Max?
I'm stepping on Mad Max.
Stepping on the Mad Max?
It's...
You bring up the Witness, man.
I think it's funny, but they lost me with the guy playing electric guitar on the front of a war machine.
See, this is why we're very different.
I was like, oh, geez.
Hold on.
I laughed. Did we watch that together?
We did.
We did.
Yeah.
How many times did I laugh out loud in that movie?
Because it was great.
And shout.
It was amazing.
No way.
That's the moment they lost you.
If I remember correctly.
That's the moment when I decided, my God, I hope the apocalypse happens in my time, so I can hang off the end of a tower of speakers on top of a monster
You're going to have to learn how to play guitar first.
No, I don't.
This is not Guitar Hero.
You just wail on it. You just do you make the movements and you flop around and it sounds amazing. That's all it takes. Don't let anybody tell you differently.
Don't ruin my dream. I poured you Buffalo Trace's White Dog.
Oh yeah, I remember.
To see what a big distillery does when they decide to sell you a white dog.
This is a lot lighter and like a fresher,
much narrower cut.
Yeah, and also
almost gin-like and like.
Yeah, this is actually the flavors of these are going to be closer to gin. Mm-hmm. But if you like gin as just an experience with clear spirits and a lot of flavor, if you like a lot of flavor, then. Our Oaky boy.
Taste it, because the flavor of that Buffalo Trace, it kicks you in the teeth.
Ooh, it's hot, yep.
And it's really hot, and it's aggressive. 62% alcohol.
Oh, okay. That's
but
why,
this...
Man. That's why. That's 50% more alcohol. See my math? Just
coming back to this is like garden musty.
I did math real good, real fast. Again, you're blowing past all the best stuff. Mad Max, amazing. We can camp out there for a good 5 minutes. And then my math skills? Are you kidding me? I don't need to lean on the crutch of a spreadsheet.
What are you, like Rain Man over here?
It's very good numbers.
Very good numbers.
Just in terms of drinking as is out of a glass, I got to go for the Oklahoma thing.
Me too. And even though when I come back to it, it starts to get more garden vegetation than sweet.
Yeah, it's just, man, honestly, if I had that as something that I could reach for in my house, maybe I go from 3 bottles to 4.
Yeah.
I would occasionally reach for that.
Yeah.
That's really, really nice.
Yeah, trippy.
Very impressed.
I'll bet it'd be really good on the rocks.
Oh, yeah. We should have ice someday.
We will.
Steven, you got to help me, man. Guersch. Gersh. Steven. So I'm relatively new, and I'm finding my happy place mostly in bourbon and Irish. Okay. And after coming off WT,
Wild Turkey,
I think Whiskey Tribe. Mm-hmm. Wild Turkey 101 and Rare Breed, I was able to pull out butter, cream, biscuits, and a banana aftertaste on Redbreast.
Yes,
right
okay.
On, which is more specific than I have ever tasted. Is this common coming off higher proofs? Does anyone train their palate with higher proofs before coming back? So... I think he's talking about one of the things that it was related to this is our experience doing dry weeks, right? Figuring out what's going to desensitize your palate and then also sensitize your palate.
Right.
And if he's coming off of higher proofs, right? If he's acclimating to the alcohol, so when he approaches lower proofs, he's not getting overwhelmed by the alcohol. He's actually got more bandwidth to taste these individual flavors.
Yeah, I think 2 things are happening, and I think that's the first one. Mm-hmm. The first one is you're acclimating to alcohol faster and finding things behind the alcohol more quickly.
You're not getting overwhelmed by that. Yeah.
And 2, I think that this is just something that happens when you start drinking and paying attention.
Yeah.
And it will happen very quickly at one moment, even if it takes you a while to get there. Yeah. So it could be a slow roll into, I don't taste these things, I don't taste any of those things, I don't taste any of those things.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden one day, wham, it's like someone flips a switch and your brain goes, what about this? Yeah. And I've watched it happen multiple times, and it's always a wild transition. to watch somebody go from no to, oh my God.
It's like...
I see what you mean.
Remember back in the 90s, they had those images where it looked like an abstract, fractal type of deal.
You let your eyes go blurry, sort of.
And the people will stare at them for, I'm not going to say hours because people would give up well before then, but you don't see anything, and then finally your eyes shift into the right depth, the right positioning, whatever it is, and then you can see this 3D image pull out of it. Yeah. Yep. It's akin to that.
I agree.
All right, we got Jerry Shannon West. Question, MB. Someone left a cork out of my 12-year Dalmore. Oh. What is the impact on it going to be? Been roughly
how long?
10 to 14 days, man.
Oh, no. You're screwed.
Yes, it's...
that's dead.
I'm not sure if there's going to be much alcohol left in there.
Try it, and it's going to taste mostly like funky water. I'm betting.
Yeah,
that's so sad.
It is. I have, a whiskey on my desk that I forgot about, and it turns into, like, the alcohol evaporates out.
Yep.
But the water lingers for days.
Oh, yeah.
And you still get all of the flavors of the whiskey.
The non-alcohol aromatics.
Right. And those, it's interesting to go back to, doesn't necessarily make for delightful sipping.
No, but it smells really good.
It does.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just weird water. Yeah. Funky water.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways.
Sorry.
Honestly, this probably may be my favorite new make.
Hey, is new make a category for the wall?
It is now. This is quintessential new make from my people.
Oh, I forgot to tell you something, Rex.
You son of a bitch! What did you do?
So,
hold on.
When I was bored,
before I even hear this bullshit,
forgot to tell you about this.
I have my veto locked and loaded.
Oh yeah,
crosshairs.
Oh yeah,
right there, right between your beady little eyes.
So I was trying to think of
your sunken little crypt keeper eyes.
Yeah, I was trying to think of a good, let's just start with some base generic categories for the wall, and what would be representative. And I'm just gonna throw some things up there and see what happens. And this was Friday, so I filled the whole wall. Now I noticed that Emma came in after I left and replaced my quintessential Isla with Lafroig, because in Emma's eyes there is no Isla but Lafroig.
Okay. All right. Is that the game? It's quintessential for whoever was last in the room.
Yeah, evidently. So I filled the wall.
This is already a long episode. Tomorrow we'll go through what's on the wall.
Okay.
And then our game plan for actually going through and being intentional.
All right.
Wait, where's the...
There's no new make category in my list.
There's no new make category?
Well, no, I didn't have room for it.
All right, we'll figure that out. Here's to fighting, stealing, and drinking.
If you fight, may you fight for a friend.
You steal, may you steal lover's heart.
And if you drink,
may you drink with us.
May you drink with us.
What do you do? You're bad.
I didn't
You're bad with the wall?
I was trying to put...
You're bad with the toast? You're bad and you should feel bad.